Yo, yo, what's good? What it is, what it do? It is your boy KO Kenny. I'm back with my boy Fred, and we are here to discuss some fitness with y'all. He's a dude who's getting into fitness. He's tall, 6'4", 6'5"?
6'4", yeah.
6'4". He's a tall individual. It's very difficult as a tall individual to grow muscles. So he has a lot of questions. I'm a taller individual too. I'm 6'3". Gonna answer all his questions and hopefully all of y'all questions as well. A lot of introductory questions. Not only questions for tall people, but questions for whoever needs the answers.
Definitely. My first question would be, how long does it take to build muscle if you're at like a beginner stage like me?
So when you first start working out, you'll build muscle fairly quickly. You'll see yourself building muscle like aggressively for like maybe the first 2 months. But that's because your body's not used to it. It's all extremely new to your body. It's all like brand new and impactful for your body. You're going to see lots of muscle growth everywhere if you're doing it properly. But a lot of people go in there and lift weights too heavy and, potentially get hurt. Do not lift heavy weights. Go in there and do proper form, proper weights. Take your protein, and you will build a lot of muscle in the first couple months. It's after the first couple months that things slow down drastically.
What would you say would be somebody like me that's like more skinny fat that's just starting off? Would that be a little different than somebody that's starting off like really big or like really, really skinny with nothing?
Someone who's most people who start off in the gym start off skinny fat. It's extremely common and regular. Skinny fat is like what you mostly see. When I went into the gym first, I went in there skinny fat. It's like slim arms, slim shoulders, slim everything, slim legs, but you got a pudgy little belly. Not necessarily a beer belly, but a little belly because. When we eat, if we're not using those calories for something and we're eating above our maintenance calories, our body turns those calories into fat. Pardon, got a phone call.
You good.
So, can you repeat the question one more time? The phone call definitely distracted me.
It was about like skinny fat. What would you recommend? How you gonna start off if you're skinny fat?
If you're skinny fat, I wouldn't even recommend, like, people going to the gym. It depends how long you're planning on hitting the gym. If you're just going to hit the gym for 2-3 months to get fit for the summer and then you're going to quit, if that's what your plan is, then, I suggest you go into the gym and work out and do a little bit of cardio every day so you could burn that body fat and so you could make something of that body fat. You can turn body fat into muscle. It's 100% possible. But if you're a person that's going into the gym and you're going to remain consistent, you plan on remaining consistent throughout a period of time. I've been working out. When I first started, I started out 3 days a week. I did 3 days a week for like 2 months. After 2 months, I picked it up to 5 days a week. I did that for about 4 months. And I've been going 6 days a week for the rest of the last 11 months that I've been working out. I started working out last March. And I've been working out consistently since then. All the muscle I put on has been since last March. I started out at 198. I'm currently weighing 217 with a 15% body fat. 15% body fat is decent. You will be able to see your muscles and you'll be able to see your abs nicely cut, not necessarily like super shredded like an action figure. If you want to look like super shredded like an action figure, you need to go somewhere around 10% body fat, you know what I'm saying, which... if you're a male, you can get there, and that's okay. You will feel less energetic. You won't feel as good. For a female, I do not recommend going as low as 10% body fat. Female need higher body fat percentage for their reproductive system and their hormones. So I don't recommend going as low as 10%. But how would I recommend starting? Starting with a nice routine where you're doing somewhat cardio and you're also lifting weights. When you first get in the gym, it's very important to do cardio because...
That was my next question. Like, do I have to do cardio?
Yes. Because your lungs and your heart aren't used to all that pushing. In order to push and lift heavy weights, it uses a lot of lung capacity. It uses your heart as well. Blood flows and rushes to those areas of your body which you're working out. Some people hold their breath. Some people breathe while they're working out. If they're holding their breath or holding their breath too much, it'll be hard to breathe. After they push one rep, they're gonna be dying. Some people breathe during the set. It's it takes more practice and a little bit of experience to do that. Some people never even get to the point where they practice breathing during the set. So pretty much doing cardio as well as working out when you first start up at the gym is very important, because it'll get the workouts to be easier. It'll get the workouts to be possible. It'll get you to be able to take 1 minute break in between, as opposed to 2-3 minutes break in between when you first starting, because you won't be able to push as consistently as you should be pushing to keep the muscle warm and hot and keep it going.
In regards to cardio, since you brought it up, does the kind of cardio you make matter? Because I've seen that HIIT is like really popular nowadays. I'm not sure if that works, or you rather the regular just running, or any kind of cardio. Which one would you recommend?
So that's a great question. HIIT cardio is something that I wouldn't recommend when you're first starting in the gym.
It's probably gonna kill you.
It's not necessarily gonna kill you, but HIIT cardio is like sprints. HIIT cardio is like, you hop on the treadmill, you sprint for 1 minute, then you walk for 3 minutes or 2 minutes, then you sprint for a minute, then you walk for 2 minutes. You know, it can be beneficial. HIIT cardio will burn down fat faster than regular cardio would. But when you're first starting up in the gym, you need to get your lungs up to par. You need to get your lungs to a place where they can push. You're not necessarily, like, you won't be able to do HIIT cardio and also lift weights to the hard extent that you're supposed to build muscle as well, and feel great and be able to go to your gym on your regular schedule when you first start. You got to ease into things. So instead of going to HIIT cardio, which is some like hard top of the line cardio, you would more so go in there and do a consistent cardio. Yes, with consistent cardio, like let's say you're jogging for like 10 minutes, they say that's contradictory towards building muscle.
Yeah, that was my next question.
But it's contradictory towards building muscle once you're advanced.
Okay.
You're going to build muscle regardless when you're first starting. And you're going to build muscles at a very high rate, a very high pace when you're first starting. But you have to get your body used to being able to push, used to being able to go as hard as you wanted to go. You can't just... It's like that example we was talking about before we got on this live. You can't, let's say you haven't played basketball for years.
Yeah, facts.
You can't go to the basketball court and start playing basketball every single day. Your knees are going to be shot. Your elbows are going to be shot from shooting the ball. You take even a small little landing, your wrist is going to be done.
And my wrist is finished for 5 months.
You know, so you can't just hop into things as if you're used to doing it or as if you were young. You have to slowly go into things and excel. So slowly go into it and build your cardio. Build your cardio for like a month. Do 10 minutes on the treadmill at a speed of like 5.5. So then go to 6. Then go to 6.5. Then go to 7. When you go to 7.5, your cardio is good enough. You know, you could keep going at 7.5 for a little while. After a couple of months of doing that cardio, once you've already built enough muscle, you've broken down enough fat, you're ready to advance to the next state. That's when you slow down on your cardio. You pick up heavier on the weights. You pick up heavier on the cardio to start building more muscle mass. Well, give me 1 second, though. Karma, thank you for joining. Mark, thank you for joining. Ask whatever questions you guys want in the chat. I will answer whatever questions you guys got if I know the answer. If I don't know the answer, we'll go research the answer on live, show you guys how to research certain, media, because that's another difficult thing people have. People have like a lot of difficulties researching technique or researching fitness things when they don't know what to search or what to research exactly. So if I don't know something, I'll show you guys how to research as well.
Yeah, not to cut you off, but like if you're actually searching for anything fitness wise, there's just so much information out there. And let's say, for example, even something as simple as benching, you'll see like 5 to 10 different trainers benching a whole different way, and they're all in shape, so you don't know which thing to follow, if you know what I mean.
Extremely factual. I actually I see it very, very often. But it's very important when working out, mind muscle connection. It's extremely important. People don't exactly know what it means. I didn't even know what it means. I used to listen, yeah, sure. Mind muscle connection. Yeah, I got it. I feel it. Yeah. Right.
Facts.
You don't really know what mind muscle connection is until you start experimenting. And also watching others. Like there's a lot of people that'll teach you a lot regarding mind muscle connection. You know, like for example, there's a fitness influencer that I watch. His name is Johnny Shreve. He knows a lot of what he's talking about. He'll show you a lot about proper form. He'll definitely teach a lot about proper form and how to do things properly. What I do when I want to figure out mind muscle connection is this exactly, this specifically. So I'll take my body. Let's say, right, my shoulder right here. Mm-hmm. Let's say I'm trying to figure the shoulders split into 3 parts: front, middle, and back. So you do have to work all 3 of them out in order to build muscle. But that's not what we're going into. If I want to figure out mind muscle connection, if I'm trying to figure out what workout works out the front part of my shoulders, mm-hmm. lift in that direction. Lift in different directions and see which direction you lift in that makes that muscle pop up or stresses that muscle. Once you find that, the angle you're lifting your arm in to feel it in that muscle, that's how you know that you're doing the proper form. You're bringing your arm up and down in the proper way that you're supposed to in order to build that muscle. When you lift weights, you should feel the stress right in that part. If you're trying to lift weights and you're flexing your muscle in the angle in which you felt the mind muscle connection when you didn't have the weights, and you don't feel it in that part, then go down the weights and do it properly, because that means you're doing it incorrectly and you have way too many pounds that you're lifting.
Gotcha.
I'm bigger than a lot of dudes at the gym. I be seeing some of the smallest dudes at the gym lifting way more than I do in terrible form.
Yeah.
Terrible form. Risking injury. I don't care. That's ego lifting. Let them get hurt. My longevity is going. I'm looking great, and fuck a ego lifter. Mind your business, do your thing, and do it properly.
I would say one of the problems I had personally is I guess I'm taller. I have like long arms. When I would try to bench, I would feel it mostly in my shoulders. You know what I'm saying? And a little bit of my like arms and stuff.
It's incorrect form.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you right now how to correct that.
Is that, if you want me, is it because I have to like extend my arms a little bit?
No. So I'll go deeper into the bench press form right now. Let me get to Mark of the Aries in his comments real quick, and then I'll get back to the question and answer for you.
Sounds good.
Mark of the Aries says, welcome. A lot of information coming. Ask anything, questions you have also. What are some good early goals to have? Should I even set goals at first? Yes, you should set goals at first. Some good early goals to set are to stay consistent in the gym and go to the gym or whatever amount of days you said that you were going to go to the gym out the week. So I started going 3 days a week. That's a great way to start. Spread those 3 days out of the 7 days in the week. Monday, take a break Tuesday, go Wednesday, take a break Thursday, go Friday. Or go Tuesday, take a break Wednesday, go Thursday, take a break Friday, go Saturday. Or you could take 2 days in between any one of those breaks or anything like that. What else is good goals to set? Stay consistent and work out the body parts that you're supposed to work out. Do the workouts properly. Complete the workout. People, when they first started, get frustrated going to the gym. They'll start a workout. They'll do half of the workout, call it a day. Well, I'm tired. I'm done. Complete your workout, and it'll be extremely beneficial for you. Trust me. Complete your workout. Stay consistent. That's the best advice I could give for anybody starting in the gym. And do not give up on cardio when you're first starting. It's extremely important.
Definitely did.
All right, so back to the bench press question. Bench press, here we go. There's a lot of mistakes that people make when it comes to bench pressing. The best advice I could give towards bench pressing is you have to, some people say engage your lats. Some people say put a little arch on your back.
Yeah, I do the arch.
All those things are partially correct, but they're not explaining enough. So it's hard to really understand what the fuck they're saying because they're not explaining enough. It's not necessarily engage your lats, which means, you pop out your chest and your lats are tight. That is part of it. But think about this. This is the best way that it was explained to me, and this was the best way explained to me by Johnny Shreve. Think about bringing your shoulders back towards your ears, right? And then down. Your lats are engaged there. That's what they mean by engage your lats. Your chest is out there. And push from that position. Keep your lats engaged. Keep your shoulders back and down the entire time that you're lifting. And push straight forward. The arms distance doesn't matter.
Yeah, that was my question.
The different arm distances will lower your range of motion. The lower your range of motion, the less you're affecting the muscle that you're trying to work out. People who use lower range of motion are ego lifters, power lifters, etc. Hold on a second. Let me fix this camera a bit.
So you'd say don't try to go as far as possible. Just try to go at a good distance.
Hold on. Something's wrong. There we go. Had to fix the background. Pull from your side too, please and thank you. All right. So, what I would say. Pull it more. Keep going. You can see it right here in the camera. So what I would say. It's alright. We're gonna figure it. Here we go.
Here we go. We're good.
All right. So, what I would say the best thing would be is, they got these little marks on the bars. You see the little like clear circle. I use my ring finger / pinky and I put it on that location, and that's how I measure where I put my hands.
Okay.
You don't want to go too wide. That lowers the range of motion. When you go too wide, you're only fucking yourself over on potential gains. Ego lifters and power lifters do that so they could cheat and not have to press the weight all the way down, because they're not trying to lift muscle. Power lifters are just trying to lift the highest amount of weight they possibly can lift. So use those marks, and I would say you're 6'4".
Yeah.
Use the same thing, ring / pinky finger to measure on that location. So engage your lats and your shoulder and make sure your chest is tight. Ring finger and touch your chest. Let that bar touch your chest. Don't do with these guys that half lift and touch your chest. You wanna stress the muscle. That's the only way you're gonna build, by stressing the muscle. I think that's about everything regarding pressing. Yeah, because basically and also last one actually. Let me get a little more on the camera. So people put their arms. Let me use this arm. They have it straight out. Like, I don't know if you can tell, they have it straight out. Instead of having straight out, you want to bring your elbows a little down, so it's angled out.
Okay, so it can hit the chest.
Yeah, it'll hit the chest more, and it'll keep the pain away from your shoulders. You should not be feeling it in your shoulders when you're bench pressing or dumbbell pressing or any of that.
Okay.
Yeah. To practice perfect form, start at a lower weight. Start and warm up with a lower weight before you go to your desired weight. Practice it without that. Make sure you're feeling it in the location. Same exact thing I told you before. Remember I told you mind muscle connection with the shoulder? Same exact thing I told you before. Mind muscle connection with the chest. When you're bringing your arm up and pressing, your chest should be moving. It shouldn't be your shoulder moving. You should see it in your chest. Your chest should be somewhere moving.
Another big question that a bunch of you always have is nutrition. Like, what should I be eating? Should I be doing intermittent fasting? When should I eat? There's so many questions. And online, of course, it's like everyone's thing is different. Some people tell you, hey, just eat kale. Hey, just fucking eat chicken. That's it. So what would you recommend would be the best? And I guess people's bodies are different, so I guess you go according to like your body.
100%. Everybody's body's different. And there is like a basic guideline of the things that I guess people should eat, right? It's a mixture. So what's the best way to put it? You want to eat based on stats, on stats of the food. It doesn't matter whether you're eating, the same things over and over. You want to eat based on the stats of food. That's if you're trying to get the best results possible. You know what I mean? Sometimes you may need to step off of foods that have the best stats possible and eat something out of the diet, so to speak. But for example, it depends what you're trying to do with your body as well. Before I even give you the example, it depends what you're trying to do with your body as well. If you're trying to put on muscle pounds, you're trying to gain, like to be a bodybuilder type of gaining, then you're gonna wanna find out what your maintenance calories are, and find out how many calories you have to eat in order to gain weight. You could gain about 1 pound a week. That's healthy, but not 1 pound of muscle a week. Gaining muscle is not as easy or simple as people think, especially after you're past the first like 2 months. Gaining muscle after that point is a slow process. I've been working out for the last 11 months consistently, and in the last 11 months I went from 198 pounds skinny fat to 215 solid, 15% body fat percentage. Because I'm trying to gain, I was eating 3,500 to 4,000 calories after the first 4 months. If you're trying to lose weight, you're going to want to cut on those calories. So if you want to find out what your maintenance calories are, go on to MyFitnessPal. On MyFitnessPal, you can put your stats, your height, your weight, your desired height and weight. If you put your height, your weight, and let's say you want your desired weight to stay the same, it'll give you a number of calories. That number of calories is your maintenance calories. At least your maintenance to keep your body at what it currently is. Maintenance calories change with your body structure. As you gain weight, lose weight, your maintenance calories will change.
Yeah, I gotta calculate that. I think we weigh almost the same, and like, it's just crazy. You wouldn't think so.
It depends how your body's proportion, the way you put the weight to, and you'll definitely get there and build, and you'll see you'll retain the same exact body weight because you're breaking down fat and you're building muscle. It's a lovely science. But yeah, so if you're cutting, let's say you're trying to lose weight, if you're trying to drop weight, right? Let's say you weigh, I don't know. Let's say your maintenance calories are 2,500 and you're trying to cut. You want to cut, let's say, 5 to 10% of your calories, of the unneeded calories. So you want to keep your protein as high as possible.
So don't cut too drastically.
No, you cut when you cut drastically, you're losing muscle as well as body fat.
Okay.
You need to. The cutting process is a process that takes 8 to 12 weeks, and that's 12 weeks is like a bodybuilding cutting process time frame. So if you're trying to lose weight for the summer and get yourself some muscles and some abs, don't just go in the summer. Don't just go and start going to the gym in May and think you're gonna go super hard and be super swole in June. It's not gonna happen. You go in there with these absurd ideas and goals, and that's how people end up looking crazy, or not looking crazy, dropping out and thinking crazy, dropping out of fitness because they thought they were going to get their goals too fast. At the end of the day, consistency is everything. Set realistic goals and measure things, right? Changes in your body is not the only thing that you're going to see and notice that's going to make you feel like you're making changes. Changes in strength, you know what I'm saying? Changes in body fat percentage, changes in weight. Measure your body parts. There's certain body parts that you can measure, like let's say biceps, chest width, thigh width, hip width, calves width, and when you work those parts out, if you don't measure them too often either, because you're gonna kill yourself mentally. You measure them, let's say, every 2 weeks, you'll get to see the direction in which your body's headed. At this point where I'm at, I do check my stats like every other day, but that I'm advanced. I'm not going nowhere. I'm not dropping out on this shit. I'm doing this for real. I'm not killing myself by looking at the numbers. I'm watching trends. So let me increase my protein. Let me lower my carbs. Let me add more fruits, or let me add more chicken. Or you know what? This liquid diet ain't working. Let me go to straight solid stuff. First thing is you got to find your maintenance calories. And after you find your maintenance calories, you can determine whether you want to gain weight or lose weight. And after that, you know to either increase the calories or lower the calories based on what your goals are. You're going to want to take at least 1 gram of protein per pound that you weigh to start building muscle. to start breaking down fat. That's the healthiest ratio, 1 gram of protein per pound. Carbs are also very important. People tell you, "Yo, cut out carbs, cut out." No. Go check out my IG, The Real KO Kenny, and you can see I ain't cut out no carbs. You can see I have abs. I'm cut up. I'm 15% body fat. If I went to 10% body fat, like I said before, that's action figure body fat, and I'm gonna do that too. I'm actually gonna start March 1st. I'm gonna start cutting.
Shit.
But you have to know what your goal is first. Know what you're going for. Then you have to calculate certain things and go into the gym having some type of idea of the workouts that you're going to be doing, and also do some type of cardio so that you can start gearing yourself in the right direction. If you go in there blindly, you're going to feel some type of way. Yeah. Like you're not going to excel. You're going to mentally defeat yourself.
In regards to somebody like me, would you recommend cutting first or bulking first? Because I know you can't do both. It's either one or the other.
Repeat that one more time, pardon.
Oh, no, you're good. In regards to somebody like me, would you recommend cutting first or bulking?
Bulking.
For real?
100%.
I thought you were going to go the other way around.
Hell no. Hell no. I would, someone like you, I would 100% bulk. Or even stay at maintenance for like the first month. You'll see yourself dropping pounds, and you'll see yourself look bigger, although you're dropping in pounds. Mm-hmm. After the first couple months, when you got a decent body fat, or for the first 2 months, couple. After your body fat is decent, mm-hmm. after having a decent body fat, after building a little bit of muscle, after your lungs are more used to it, once you're fully ready to go hard, then you can start the bulking process. Because at the end of the day, you need to bulk in order to build muscle. Unless you're trying to be like a slim fit dude. Like, if you're trying to look like Chris Brown, like slim, cut up with a 6-pack, no real muscle, go for it and start cutting from the top. If you're trying to look like Arnold, The Rock, if you're trying to, John Cena, you're trying to look like swole like these guys, then I'm gonna definitely don't cut. For the ladies, if you're trying to build legs, you're trying to build a butt, you're trying to build whatever, you're gonna need to take them calories in too. You can't just I'm gonna cut, because then you're gonna be upset once you start cutting, and you're barely eating, and you lose your ass a month down the line. Because guess what? In order to keep an ass, you need to intake a certain amount of body fat and a certain amount of carbs. Bro, not for nothing, it sounds gay, but it's not gay. I've grown a fatty in the last fucking 11 months, and it's not even something that I want. But it is what it is. The ladies like it.
Take a sip to that.
It is what it is. The ladies like it. You have to work out full body. The one part that you don't work out in your body will be the one part that's lackluster in your body, and will be the one part that causes you pain. You have to keep the body even. Work out full body. Don't just be like, hey, I'm a chest guy. I only work out my chest. See, I have a big chest. I have no arms. I have no legs. I only work out my chest. You know what I'm saying? You want to work out everything. Before we proceed to the next question, let me get to a couple of chats and answer a couple of questions here. Taekwon Gray says, what would you say is the ideal method? Yeah, we went to college. Our boy TQ. What would you say is the ideal method to reps and sets starting out? That's a fucking great question.
Yeah, shout out to him. That's a great question.
That's a great question. Let me have a sip. and I have answers for that too. It's just this is my smoothie. I have to intake my calories too. I can't be dropping pounds and muscle, for the streaming. I got to take my calories in too. All right. So the question I'm answering is, what would you say is the ideal method to reps and sets starting out? I would say when you're starting out, use lower weights and follow the follow the 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps when you're first starting out. People say, oh, well, 10 to 12 reps, that's too high. You got to go more like 8 to 10, 7. No. You're just getting started. You're just getting used to working out. Get those muscles used to it. Get those muscles used to lifting and stress the muscle extra on some extra reps. It'll get the muscle tighter. It'll also build the muscle. It'll also burn a little more fat because you're burning some more of those calories that you're intaking. Once you are advanced, I've been working out for 11 months straight. Maybe month 8 or 9 did I really start changing the plan and how I was working out and started doing 7 to 8 reps of heavy ass weight in proper form and etc. So it just depends where you are in your workout. For dudes starting up, like you said, like you asked, I would say keep the 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps. That's gonna stress your muscle enough. It's gonna burn some calories, help lower your body fat percentage, and it'll get you more used to lifting weights, which can help you advance sooner to the point of like where I'm at, and the point of lifting and exercising. You want to advance in everything you do. You don't want to stay in the same place. I hope that answers the question, Taekwon. Let me know if I did. If I didn't, I'll get back to it. Rolling with the punches says, KO Kenny, shoot soon enough. KO Kenny, shoot soon enough. I want to try to build muscle. Some muscle, not like you, Brown Hulk, you. But at least get a little definition of something. 100%, and it's 100% possible to build muscle. You know what I mean? Like, just have to start getting in the process. Just have to start eating properly. And just get yourself in the gym. Start lifting, start going. Unless you start lifting and you start going, you will never see changes. But I know you got this. I know you. We be communicating. And much respect to your homie too.
Facts.
Definitely. I big respects, big shout outs, big respects. Because you know what? It does take a lot of heart to come on camera and ask questions that you don't know. When people don't know something, they hide behind not knowing. It's okay to not know. I ask questions all the time. As much as I know, as advanced as I am in fitness, I ask questions all the time. There's a couple of senior dudes that really know what they're doing at the gym. And every now and then I'm not doing something properly or not doing it the way I'd like to do it. Pardon the arm, got to lower the light on the camera a little bit. But sometimes, what the fuck was I saying? Yeah, sometimes there's people at the gym. it happens, bro. Sometimes at the gym, there's a few older people that know what they're doing. Luckily, I have a few of those people at my gym, and sometimes they correct my form, or I'll ask them, yo, I feel like I'm not doing this right. I don't feel the mind-muscle connection. Can you just come check me out real quick? And if they aren't willing to help me, which I've gotten niggas like, no, I can't right now, I'm in the middle of my workout, I can't stop my workout, so after I finish, sure, whatever. I've gotten no's and I've gotten yeses, but it's okay to ask. Closed mouths don't get fed. And if you can't find someone that's gonna help you in real life, then you can find someone that's gonna or you can find someone on YouTube that's gonna help you. I'll suggest a couple of dudes. Maybe not in this stream. I have 3 dudes that I look at. But the dudes that I look at, I need to find 2 more. I have a list of 3 real good dudes. I gotta find 2 more, and I'm gonna make that a stream in itself. Talk about these dudes, their good influence, their good knowledge, and the stuff that they share, and how I like the media that they share.
I would say the question that was probably the top 5 questions I've always heard. Which some people try to make you pay for it, but they want to know hey, what plan could I get, or what plan could I follow? If that makes sense.
Is there someone's plan that they should specifically be following?
Yeah. Is there a specific plan to follow according to how your body looks or how you want to look, or you go by just the basic compound and just add other things to it?
All right, so that's a great question. I've never in my life never in my life bought a workout plan.
I'm not doing that either.
I've never followed someone's workout plan. I've never like searched for a trainer. I've never done any of that. Everything that I've learned through working out, I've learned through individuals at the gym, i.e. my brother when he was younger, more advanced in college, and learning from all the meatheads and the teams and shit. And you know, I learned it from a high school gym teacher. He was like a good at bodybuilding. And then after that, I've been nonstop doing research and learning about fitness myself. I worked out in college like nonstop, and I gained a lot of weight. I used to be like 160 pounds wet.
Yeah, me too. Shit.
Literally, I used to be like 160 pounds wet.
I was
6'3". Yeah, it's crazy. Think about that. He's probably 6'4", 150.
Yeah, my freshman year at OS. Yeah, I was like 150.
Bro, think
Soaking
about that.
wet.
Yeah, I was 6'3", like 160. He was 6'4", like 150.
Yeah, that shit make
Freshman
no sense.
year in college. Look at dudes now. I mean, you do put on the pounds.
Yeah.
Taekwon Gray says, appreciate the advice, Kenny. Keep up the good work. I see you, Drizzy. Drizzy. That used to be what we called him in college, Drizzy. But for real, huge shout outs and salute to my man Fred for coming through because, yo, closed mouths don't get fed. And it's like, don't be afraid. It's okay to ask. It's okay to learn. You don't ask, you will never learn. You will always be questioning shit. Just ask. It's okay. All right, let's continue on with the questions. How we doing? Talk to me.
Oh, man. Another question I would ask is there a specific kind of protein that you'd go for? Or, because, you know, people trying to, like, make money sell their specific brand. Because I just buy the regular whey protein. And that's pretty much all I would use.
So there are different types of proteins used for different times.
Mm-hmm.
So whey protein is a fast-acting protein that's supposed to hit your body sooner than later.
Mm-hmm.
So I keep on messing with the brightness of this light because I feel like it's just so goddamn. I think it's better now.
Yeah.
So, all right, whey protein is the type of protein that is fast acting. So you take it. You can take it before the gym, after the gym. Take it in the morning to break your fast. I take my whey protein 4 times a day, but that's because I'm taking an excessive amount of protein right now. I'm testing a process. We'll talk about that on another stream.
Odin.
But the types of protein are here. There's whey protein, which is fast-acting protein. There's casein protein, which is slow-acting protein. A lot of people buy casein protein. They take it when they're going to go to sleep because it's supposed to feed protein to their body slowly throughout the night. I took casein protein. Excuse me. I took casein protein for like 2 months in college. I've never bought it again.
That answers the question.
You do get protein from foods that you eat. Right now, all the protein that I get is from a weight gainer that I have. And it's from one of these weight gainers that I have and from, whatchamacallit. Weight gainer, whey protein, all the foods that I eat. Food has protein in it as well. You could find protein dense foods, and that'll help you with your protein goal. You don't necessarily have to get your protein from whey protein and such. But if you're bodybuilding, it does help to have all the extra calories. All the extra protein, all the extra calories, and all the extra tools to be able to take in your protein when you need it. The whey protein that I use is Hydro Whey. It's a pro level whey protein, but it's also like expensive. That shit's expensive. I would recommend using the consumer level Optimum Nutrition whey protein. It's really good. It gives about 25 grams of protein. Decent amount of BCAAs. That's what I would use, and it's fairly affordable. The one that I use, the stats are so much better. It has 30 grams of protein and like 15 BCAAs or something like that. BCAAs is good for recovery, amino acids, but it's just too expensive. I don't know how long I'm gonna stay on this one. If I start making more money, maybe I'll stay on it, but we'll see. I may go back to the consumer level whey because 25 grams of protein is pretty damn good for a protein drink. So besides that, as I said before, 1 gram of protein per pound that you weigh. 1 gram of Right now, I'm taking 1.5 grams of protein per pound that I weigh. But again, I'm trying another process. I'll let you guys know how it goes after I finish this process.
So I weigh 210 right now. So would you say take 200? That's basically 210. Or would you? Oh, you said don't cut. You said bulk right now, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
There's some websites you could go to as well to see your body fat percent, to see not your body fat percentage, to see what your calories are, what calories you need to take in to maintain and to build and such.
Yeah, I need to check that out. I forgot I was gonna ask my next question. Damn.
Take your time, brother. Take your time. We live. It doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, it's a fact.
I'll edit all these videos. There it goes.
Nice.
That's what I'm fucking looking for. I couldn't find the angle on these lights that I want, so it's not blinding and overbearing.
I have back-to-back questions actually. I thought.
Yeah, I think this is decent. Let's do it. Back-to-back questions.
Back-to-back questions. The first one is about water. How much water should I drink? And the second one is, I saw your YouTube video on what you're doing with protein shakes instead of eating solid foods. What's up with that? That looks interesting to me.
Gotcha. Okay. I'll start with the protein shake question. So, matter of fact, I'll go with the water. It's fine. They say you should drink about 1 gallon of water a day, something like that.
Yeah.
Drink as much water as you can.
That shit's tough. That gallon is tough to drink.
Really?
Yeah, I swear to God.
Damn. I feel like a fish because I be drinking these smoothies, which are 32-ounce smoothies with water.
It's water.
Yeah, with water. So I'm drinking these smoothies 4 times a day.
That's probably what I need.
128 ounces of water. That's just the smoothies. That's aside from everything that I drink regularly, aside from my protein shakes, aside from just water by itself. You know, bro, at least 1 gallon. It's not that difficult, man. You got to do it. You got to make it happen. The second question, repeat that one time. It was the smoothie thing, right?
Yeah, it was about
Okay.
the smoothie.
So, regarding the smoothies, what I'm doing with the smoothies is it's the cheapest way possible for me to go on a bulking diet. Bulking isn't easy. A regular human consumes 2,000 to 2,500 calories a day. Those 2,000 to 2,500 calories are what we regularly pay. For example, the amount of money that you regularly pay to consume your meals weekly, right? Mm-hmm. Think about if you're taking double that amount, 4,000 calories, 4,500 calories, which most people don't have to take.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, so it doubles up the price of money that you have to output for food. Right now, as it is, I'm paying, and this is because I started cutting on the stuff that I was buying and eating. I started pulling back because this is just too crazy. Right now, every week and a half to 2 weeks, I'm paying $300 to $400 on food.
Yeah, shit, that's honestly, you're probably paying double what I pay.
And that's me doing it on a budget.
Yeah.
And what I mean by doing it on the budget is by doing these smoothies. And these smoothies is mostly oatmeal, fruits, and kale and spinach. The oatmeal has great stats. Oatmeal has stats like 5 grams of protein, 150 calories. It's super low on fat. It's super low on cholesterol and all this other shit. It's healthy for your heart. It's a great carb to intake. It's like rice, just that rice doesn't have protein unless you're eating brown rice.
Sure, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so the smoothies is my way of bulking as cheap as possible. That was dope. The face showing up through the cup.
Yeah, facts.
I'm self-employed. So being self-employed, I have to manage my money like a cheap fucking hooker. I don't know. I really got to manage my money. And And I make good money, but I still have to manage my money, especially when I'm paying so much and I'm trying to do such big things in life. I be recording music that costs money. I be podcasting, buying all this equipment to be able to podcast costs big money. I just sold Fred a receipt from yesterday. Shit was crazy.
Shit hurt. Looking at that.
All the diet to build muscle costs big money. So the smoothies is my way to do it as cheap as possible. Once I do make more money, I'm probably gonna switch to a meal prep plan. Like that they bring these already pre-cooked meals that has the rice, the meat, and the vegetables on there for you. I'm probably gonna move to something like that because then that makes it super easy to track your calories, your protein intake, and everything. Just like this makes it super easy for me to track my calories, my protein intake, and everything. Because I know exactly what I'm taking in. I drink the smoothie 4 times a day. This smoothie is like 550 calories. That's 2,200 or so calories. Then I have my weight gainer. Then I have 4 protein shakes. I eat 10 eggs a day. One with a yolk. The other 9 eggs are egg whites.
The fuck you just said?
I eat 10 eggs a day. One is with the yolk. The other 9 are with egg whites.
Bro, I eat like 4 a day, and I felt fat eating that shit.
But you gotta get rid of the egg yolk. Egg yolk has a lot of cholesterol, and it does have a lot of good health nutrients. But that's why I leave one yolk in there, and I get rid of all the rest of the yolks on the egg whites.
Damn, that's the best part, bro. Damn.
Marco the Aries says eating salt helps keep water in the body, so salt your food. That's not a good piece of advice, man. Salt
salt?
Yeah, nah. Salt is terrible for you. You don't want to retain water in your body. You want to drink a lot of water and have the water pass through your body and have the water clean your body out. You don't want your body to retain that water. When your body retains that water, some people start looking puffy in the face or in the stomach, or you'll see. Yeah, I guess for ladies, I wouldn't give that advice. I would definitely not give the advice to eat salt. If anything, I eat extremely low on salt because eating salt has other negative health effects like high blood pressure stuff.
I don't even have salt.
Yeah, like I don't eat with salt at all. As a matter of fact, because I've been eating eggs too damn much, the taste of eggs is I'm starting not to like it. But then again, we eat for the health stats, motherfucker. We don't eat for fucking taste. But I sprinkle a little bit of salt in there to not have me really, because it becomes terrible after a while. But yeah, you was gonna say?
Yeah, I was gonna say 10 eggs. Shit, I'll be tired as fuck of eating eggs if I was eating 10 a day.
And the yolk is the part that tastes good.
Yeah, that's
the white don't taste good.
Yeah, when you said that shit hurt my heart. I'm like, God damn, that's the whole point. Fuck the white part.
How we doing? Any more questions from anyone in the chat, or any more questions? Fred, aka Drizzy.
that salt comment threw me off. I was like,
the salt comment was hilarious.
I thought he was trolling.
He may be. Honestly, he may be trolling. Because honestly, salt makes food taste amazing.
Yeah.
But it isn't necessarily good for your body. You know what I'm saying? Actually, for bodybuilding, salt, you want to keep the salt as low as possible. When people are getting ready to compete, the last days of competition, people don't even drink water because it helps drop body fat. It helps drop weight and body fat. In boxers, when they're about to hop on the scale for their fights, they're dehydrated. They haven't drank any water maybe for 2 days. That's why when they hop on the scale, you'll see they'll hop on the scale, they'll do this shit, they'll be super slim looking and drained and cut up. Immediately, the second they get off that scale, they have like a super electrolyte infused drink and they're just chugging shit. Because they're draining themselves to look like action figures and to bring their body weight as low as possible. Excuse me. And to bring their body weight as low as possible so that they do make weight and could make the fight. So I would say, yes, drink as much water as possible. Keep the salt content as low as possible.
Would you say for me, stay on eating like solid food and adding, protein shakes and everything? or doing what you're doing with all those protein shakes instead of the solid food?
You can definitely do that's comedy. You can definitely
Yo, keep that in there. I'm fucking dead.
If y'all missed it, y'all missed it. I'm not gonna repeat it, but that was hilarious.
Dude,
Oh man, that was funny. All right, here we go. What was the question?
Yo, I forgot for a second. Would you recommend is somebody that in regards to whatever money they make, would you recommend saying, for example, me, solid food or the extreme diet that you call? I think you called it extreme.
It is
Drink.
extreme.
Yeah.
It is extreme. I would definitely recommend doing a little bit of both. Add some fruit and vegetable smoothies and some oatmeal and stuff like that. Add that to your diet. Add some of those smoothies. But I would definitely say to eat some regular solid foods too. You're just starting up. You haven't been doing this for a long time. You don't want to start the race handicap. You know what I mean? Like, you need your mind to be strong and be... You need your mind to be strong and be in it to win it. In order to work out properly, keep proper form, stay consistent, and continue going to the gym on a consistent schedule, regardless of how terrible your body feels and sore after working out, because you are going to feel terribly sore for the first 2 weeks to a month and a half.
Yeah. I gotta come work out for you here and there just for the fix my form, because the lifting weights when you're tall is like completely different.
Yeah, you did mention that to me beforehand. So, lifting, when you lift weights, whether you're tall, short, mid-size, male, female, you should all use the same fucking form. Use the same form. People who use different form, this works this way. Some people really know what they're doing. And they could teach you some things if they know how to translate that form to your body. Everything looks different when you're a different size. Everybody squats differently. Everybody deadlifts differently. Depends on your body. Depends on your height. Depends on your leg length. Depends on the flexibility of your ankles. A lot of things come into play here. But there is one specific form generally that everybody should be following. We can definitely link up at the gym here and there, a few sessions. I could definitely walk you through some exercises and form to use to work out. But it's hard to listen to a lot of people at the gym or different locations, because a lot of people are ego lifting. Unless they're swole and you see them slowly lifting and you never see them injured, then you know that person knows what they're doing. Then you can ask them something. But if you see this man lifting 500 pounds, looking like an idiot doing it, and he has no muscles, don't ask that man for any advice, because he's ego lifting. He doesn't know what the hell he's doing. He's just trying to impress people in the gym by ego lifting. So, yeah, there's a lot of things regarding form that should be learned. But if you are alone and you're trying to figure out form, don't be afraid to experiment at the gym. I'm experimenting at the gym 24/7. I don't care who's looking at me. I'll be here. Let's say I'm doing a tricep extension, right? Obviously, I can't put my arm all the way down because we have limited space here. But let's say I'm doing a tricep extension where the arm goes up and down, the tricep flexes, right? I'm gonna do it this angle. I'm gonna do it this angle. I'm gonna do it this angle. I'm gonna do it this. I'm gonna do it this angle. And I'm going to see which one is more effective. And I'm going to see which angle I feel like is hitting my tricep more. And that's the angle that I'm going to do it and I'm going to stick to. Mind-muscle connection. You want to feel it in that muscle that you're working out. You don't want to just be throwing up weight. Thinking you're working out your chest. If you don't feel it in your chest, chances are you're not working out your chest.
Yeah, that'll probably be like I got a little bit in shape before, and then I just fell off and got hurt. But I would say my weaknesses personally would be chest and legs, because I guess arms and like back as well would be like the easiest things to do in regards to form, because you're just curling or you're doing pull-ups. It's just one motion. You can't really like fuck it up. But in terms of like benching and like besides push-ups, which is just one motion, and legs specifically would be my a huge weakness for me, because I wouldn't either would try to lift too heavy, or I would like mess up my form, if that makes sense.
I'll slightly challenge that. Certain workouts, like you said, like biceps, can be easier.
Yeah.
You'll definitely feel it more, and it's much harder to mess up than like a bench, than like a squat, than like a deadlift. But there are optimal ways to do exercises. So, people think, regular curl, just regular curl, arm goes up and down, you lift the curl back up. But a lot of people always forget to leave their elbow stationary. You know what I mean? Forget to not swing their body.
Yeah. So would you recommend instead of curling stand up, since you might use your back, like you recommend sitting down on that bench where you can't?
I never sit down.
For real?
Never.
Ever.
Never, ever. For me, sitting down feels uncomfortable. I feel it takes a little bit of wave. I don't know. Like on my feet, I feel curls. I feel better.
Or would you go against like a wall, if that makes sense? Put your
against
back so you don't use it.
Against a wall, that could definitely help. That's super effective.
All right, cool.
But you can also do them standing up, and you can do different variations of curls. There's a lot of things that you can do with curls that'll change your positioning and make the workout more effective. Just like this, same thing with bench, deadlift, squats, and all that. And there's a lot of things regarding form that can be taught. It's not as easy. Like, talking it out about form is not as easy as showing you.
Yeah.
Like, I could tell you a million things about this form. So, like, yeah, bring your shoulders back and down, but unless you see what's happening, it's hard for you to understand what is being said. Every workout has an optimal form, and every workout can be fucked up. The thing is, it's very easy to mess up a squat and to mess up a deadlift and to mess up a chest. Those other ones are much more difficult to mess up. Mind-muscle connection. So we start meeting up at the gym here and there, mind-muscle connection. But I am also going to start recording more tutorial-like videos regarding form and such, teaching about form. I'm going to start recording more of those.
Yeah, definitely. I'm still going to pull up, though.
We 100%. Maybe I could record some of them with you. I'm a record some videos using me as an example. Having someone, for example, I'm very experienced in all workouts, but I'm not a professional. Mm-hmm. There's certain people that focus on only certain workouts. Like, I know this guy who's a beast at squats and deadlifts, and his form is really good, and that's what he does. He enjoys that. He helps people with their form and such. I'm gonna record a video using me as a guinea pig and him as a teacher to show people form. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the things. 1 second, let me get to the comments. We got Ricky Ricardo. Saludos, brother. You already know. Real quick, Garcia versus Davis. Number 2, the only thing that truly works is willpower. Talking about boxing, Garcia versus Davis.
Got you.
And the only thing that truly works is willpower. Willpower 100% truly works for consistency. Willpower 100% truly works for building muscle. But we have to do things in proper form. You can have willpower and be doing things in proper form and not be doing a damn thing.
In fact, that'll probably be one of my weaknesses, form. I feel like if I get my form right, then I can slowly put the weight up.
100%. And even after you get your form right, you will fuck up your form certain times. I mess up my form all the time. Yeah. And all the time, like, I gotta reset. Okay, then put that weight down. I'm not feeling it where I'm supposed to be feeling it. I'm not feeling the mind-muscle connection. I know that although I feel like I'm doing it right, something in my form is off because I'm not feeling it in the muscle that I'm supposed to be feeling it. So I make some adjustments at that point. And real quick, Garcia versus Davis. I'm glad it's happening. I knew it was gonna happen. I knew for a fact that that Davis's case was not gonna get in the way of that fight. I'm glad it's happening. Everybody could shut the hell up now. I don't know who's gonna win yet. I'm not even gonna call it, although I know both of these fighters very well. I do want to watch some tape and do some analysis and make a very hard prediction and not just talk off the top of my head. I don't want to talk out my ass. Back to fitness though.
Like, it's gonna be a dope fight. I don't watch fighting.
It is gonna be a dope fight though.
Oh no, I'm pretty sure. I just don't watch. I'm more of like basketball, soccer.
I watch basketball as well. One last thing. If you're currently watching, do me a favor, hit that like button. Also subscribe to the channel. If you're enjoying the content, I promise you enjoy it. I'm gonna bring out a lot more content, not only about fitness. I'm gonna continue my boxing stuff too, and also once I get a little more funds, I'm taking the show on the road, baby. Taking the show on. We're gonna record shows everywhere, in the park, in the beach, in the pool, everywhere. We're recording everywhere, but I need to get this show a little more popular. I need to get some more followers. I need to at least get over 1,000 subs, because at 1,000 subs is the minimum amount of subs you need in order to start getting paid. I need to get at least 1,000 subs before I invest some more money on a mobile camera, some mobile microphones, and a GoPro. So let's make this happen. Support me. Let's grow together. All right, back to fitness. Let's make it happen, Drizzy. Where we at?
Shit, I'm trying.
Any more questions? Take your time. If you don't have a question, I could continue. You know.
Oh my gosh, you continue. I'll hold you down with a question in like a minute.
Mm-hmm. I also need my smoothie.
Do your thing, man. Oh, this is one of my questions in regards to. I know some people say, hey, just stick to weights or just stick to calisthenics. Would you recommend doing both? Because I actually enjoy doing pull-ups, push-ups, dips, not squats.
Ricky Ricardo says, Kenny, enjoying the content. Thank you so much, Ricky. I appreciate you, brother. Really appreciate you. So I would highly recommend doing both calisthenics and lifting weights. See, I only lift weights. The only time I do calisthenics is in the gym as a warm-up. I mostly lift weights. I should probably be doing calisthenics as well. Calisthenics will help you get stronger. If let's say you bench and you lift at the gym, but you're also like a regular, like at push-ups, like you're regular at doing push-ups nightly and stuff like, your bench press amount will increase way faster than let's say if you don't do calisthenics.
Nice.
Would
you say you eventually lead into like weighted calisthenics, or would that be like pointless?
What was that?
What would you say about weighted calisthenics? Like let's say you're doing pull-ups, and you eventually get the belt, add like a 35 or 45 to it.
I think that's dumb.
You don't think it works?
It's not that I don't think it works. If you're gonna do weighted pull-ups, just go on the lat pull down and lift weights on the lat pull down and put a heavier weight than what you could.
Essentially, be the same thing.
Exactly. Like that's like, why buy equipment to be at the gym when you could just use the equipment at it?
That makes sense.
Yeah. All right. So Ricky Ricardo says, I'm doing 5x5s. I run and burpees. That's my pyramid. That's not bad at all. I do 5x5s on certain workouts. I do 5x5s, or I do a couple extra sets of 5s with bench press, with squats, and with deadlifts. Everything else, I go to sets of like 7 or 8 or so. I'm lifting for gains. I'm heavy lifting.
Oh, in my position, it would be 10 to 12. 10
to 12. You're just starting up. You gotta get the original build of muscle, and you gotta start. You gotta get your body used to lifting and to running and doing all of those actions. I do have to start heading out though. This stream has been very, very, very enjoyable. I do have to start heading out though. I have one of my compadres, coming to come pick up his vehicle that he loaned me yesterday so that I could go get some items for my stream or for my podcast, for my YouTube. I do have to go because I do have to go return that car. But we'll be back later today. We will be back later today. I'm not sure Fred. Maybe Fred will stay. I don't know. But definitely coming back. Mark of the Aries will be joining. The podcast later today will not be about fitness. It's going to be wild boy shit. You know what I'm saying? We're going to talking about women going overseas for sex, a.k.a. Passport Sisters. We had a Passport Brothers episode before. We spoke about that. We're going to be talking about Passport Sisters. We'll probably touch up on Jake Paul and Tommy Fury. Touch up on a couple of other things like Andrew Tate and a couple of other situations. It's 6:30. Probably be coming back around 8 o'clock or 7:30 and stream for an hour or two at that time. And then it's time to settle down, chill, watch some boxing, finish getting my calories and all this other things in. Ricky Ricardo says, Kenny, you boking, but I prefer a balance. Thanks, guys. I enjoyed the past 45 minutes. Ricky Ricardo, thank you. I'll be coming back regularly. I'll be doing this. And that makes sense. Yeah, we're on different diets. I'm bulking. I'm trying to put on muscle mass. I'm a tall dude, so I look, no matter, not now, not anymore, but before, no matter what I did, I looked skinny.
Yo, that's the struggle with me right now.
100%. We're going to get you past that, though. We're going to get you past that. No matter what I did in my previous years, I always looked skinny. So I'm like on a lifelong bulking diet. But it's different. I'm tall. Tall guys look weird, skinny. It's weird, bro. Yeah. Rolling with the punch said, yeah, it's been fun, man. Enjoying y'all too. Good combo. Thank you. Peace to all. Much love. It's my boy Drizzy. You already know, a.k.a. Fred. Short is the way to go. Honestly, when you're short, you have a lot of advantages when it comes to weightlifting, to bodybuilding, to gaining, to muscle building. You don't have to work as hard as a tall person. But there are advantages to being a tall person too. But thank you all for tuning in. I really, really appreciate y'all. It's been a great show. I'm gonna leave the live up, but I'm also gonna chop clips off of this live. And I'm gonna post those separately, clips that will give you guys specific segments like what should I do if I'm starting to lift weights and such. Mm-hmm. You guys all have a great evening. If you join me later, thank you for joining. I appreciate y'all. And my man Drizzy, show him some love. Peace. Tell him who you are. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no, I'm not throwing nothing.
Oh, nah, you good? You good? All right. This is my man Fred. He's going to be back sometime for some streaming. He's going to be back. You're going to see him with me in the gym.
Oh, definitely.
You guys all take care. See you later, hopefully. If I don't see you later, have a great night. Enjoy boxing. Peace. Salute, Bruce, guys.